Let's move on to 3.12 then, Chancellor's reports.
Thank you very much, President Reese, board members, and to my colleagues and the community. Tonight, we will have the president's reports as we always do, except tonight, I'd like to reverse it. I'd like to have Merritt College go first. And I believe that Dr. Denise Richardson will be making that report on behalf of the president. She's the Vice President of Instruction. Then we will follow that by Laney College. And again, I believe we have Dr. Bescahus was a little under the weather. And so I believe, and I'm not certain because I can't see everyone in the boardroom, but I believe that that will be done by the Vice President of Student Services, Dr. Marlon Hall, which I believe will be the first time the board has met him since he is coming in on an interim basis, since we made some changes in that position. Will then be followed by College of Alameda and Dr. Bajrami, and then the last one would be, I think, Berkeley City College. And I'm not sure, but I thought that Dr. Garcia was at a conference, but she may be back. If not, I believe that Dr. Kuni will be making that presentation. So with that, I'll turn it over to Dr. Richardson.
Good evening, Chancellor Jackson, Trustee President Cindy Napoli of Belarus, Peralta Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, students, and Peralta community. It is my honor to represent Merritt College on behalf of our esteemed president, Dr. David M. Johnson. On Sunday, September 24th, Merritt College had the honor of hosting the Native American Health Center's Golden Anniversary Powwow. The NAHC was founded in San Francisco's Mission District in 1972 and is now located in East Oakland's Mission. It provides comprehensive services to improve the health and well-being of American Indians, Alaska Natives, and residents of the surrounding communities with respect to cultural and linguistic differences. Merritt College was honored that the NAHC chose our campus for this solemn yet celebratory event. Many of the members of our diverse community came to support the powwow, and Merritt's Intertribal Student Union represented as well. In fact, the 3 past presidents were in attendance. In the words of our outreach specialist, Maria Spencer, who helped bring this experience to Merritt, the campus came alive and the energy and prayers provided throughout the day were much needed for our community to heal. She reminded us to keep in mind that we were in the company of direct descendants from the relocation era that survived the transitioning from the reservation. She also entreated us to remember that many American Indians were killed, and there were concerted efforts to force those who survived into assimilation. So it was a powerful day at Merritt because Native Americans have kept their language, culture, and traditions, and it showed in a magnificent way at the powwow. On Friday, September 30th, the Natural History and Sustainability Program hosted their open house at the Refurbished and Revitalized Environmental Center. The event began with the NHS Advisory Board Committee meeting, whose stated goals are threefold: to provide insight into program offerings to help expand student knowledge of environmental issues, to prepare students to become more competitive job applicants by offering internships, bringing guest speakers, and arranging on-site study trips, and to help students develop key skills for their specific field of desired employment. We were very honored to have Trustee Nikki Gonzalez-Yuyan in attendance to share his passion and provide his perspectives on environmental sustainability. And since we are giving shout outs, I want to thank faculty members Ben Nelson and Brad Baluchian for their leadership and dedication to the program. I also want to give a plug for the Sustainability Club's upcoming event on Saturday, October 22nd, that begins at 10 a.m. Habitat Restoration Day will take place at the back of the campus in the Leona Canyon. So come out and help plant native species of flora to help revive the environment. And saving the best and most exciting news for last, Merritt College recently learned that we were awarded nearly $3 million as the recipient of the HSI Title V grant. Thank you. Conceived as the Aspire Project, our efforts will focus on the recruitment, preparation, and guidance of Latinx and lower-income students. Specifically, funding will be used for the development of bilingual outreach and dual enrollment programs, peer mentoring, tutoring for students enrolled in high-need courses, the improvement of academic retention and success rates, and professional development for faculty and staff and culturally responsive curriculum, pedagogy, and practice. On Friday, October 14th at 11 a.m., the college will hold an HSI meeting to provide an overview of the goals, timelines, and guidelines of the grant. Then at noon, in honor of the receiving of the grant and the end of Latinx Heritage Month, the Office of the President will host a celebratory gathering. So please join us up on the Hill for some good food and fellowship. This concludes my report for Merritt College.
Well, good evening, everyone. Board of Trustees, our Chancellor, our Vice Chancellors, our fellow colleagues at the table, and our Peralta community. I'm honored to present to you. I'm Dr. Marlon Hall. I'm the Interim Vice President of Student Services at Laney College. And here is our report. Laney by the numbers, our enrollment, because the fall is free as a portion of our students, Black, African American, and Latinx populations have increased by 2.9% and 1.6 percentage points respectively. But those percentages only tell a small portion of the story. In the fall of 22, enrollment numbers have shown a significant increase in student headcount compared to fall of 2021, with nearly 1,300 more students enrolling this fall. Enrollment has increased among nearly all ethnic categories. However, we've observed especially notable increases in our Black African American population, which is about 424 new students, and Latinx 500 student populations. This is what this means compared to a year ago. 33% more African American students at Laney, 27 more students identifying as 2 or more ethnicities, 22% more Latinx students, 9% more Asian students, 8% more Pacific Islander students, 15% more students total at Laney, and 10% more FTS. In our food distribution areas so far during this fall semester, the college has distributed an average of 374 meals per day to current enrolled students. Since the effort began in 2020, the college has distributed the following to its students to address food insecurities: 108,772 total meals, 26,663 produce boxes, and 8,816 take-home pantry boxes. If you want to hear more about the story of our food distribution efforts, there's a link where you can listen to a 30-minute conversation with our food services director concerning our food distribution. And we also want to say thanks to our partners, the Oakland Rotary, who are on the report pictured below, participating in food distribution efforts. Laney College also supports student-impacted students and prospective students with this on-campus event. Last Wednesday, Laney College's state-renowned Restoring Our Communities program, ROC, as we all know, hosted a clean slate clinic in the Upper E Quad on campus where our learning communities are located. This event is one of many derived from a partnership with the Alameda County Public Defender's Office and was attended by roughly 30 people, both students and future students who learned about the college, the ROC program, and our expungement opportunities. The partnership to date has led to more than 200 conviction record changes, and the support from the Laney College aligns with the tenets of the college's guided pathways framework, specifically the pillars of clarifying student pathways of study, helping them onto the path, and supporting them while they're on that path. The ROC program, which was established in October of 2016, and its goal is to support and equip formerly incarcerated students to transform reentry barriers, envision and implement their educational goals, make informed decisions, increase their self-determination, create positive life outcomes for themselves and their families and the broader community. The program would not be where it is if it was not for the dedication and leadership of Roger Chung, Vincent Garrett, and Simone Harper, as well as Brendan Woods of the Public Defender's Office and the County Board of Supervisors. For more information about ROC, you need to visit our website, Laney College and Restoring Our Communities. Also, Laney College's counseling supports students with an October Career Exploration event, which happened on the days of October 11th and 12th and 27th. And the Laney College Counseling Department will host 3 career and major exploration workshops. The college is particularly proud of its efforts as a result of the statewide program MAPPER project, which students access to learn about degree and certificate requirements, possible careers, job, and salary information. But these events will also feature the college's super strong interest assessment, which the link is on our report, affiliated with the Myers-Briggs Company as part of the workshops offered on these days. The sessions will be in room A105 from 12 noon to 1 p.m. on the 11th and the 27th, with a virtual version of the event being held on the 12th from 4 to 5 p.m. Students and prospective students may contact Sarah Bacchus-Diaz at her email address, sbacchusdiaz@peralta.edu, or call the counseling at 464-3326. No registration is required and everyone is welcome to show up on the day of the event. And also, our undocumented student resource affair will take place on October 20th, 2022 in the quad from 12 to 2 p.m. on Thursday, October 20th, as part of the October 17th through 21st statewide Undocumented Student Action Week led by the State Chancellor's Office. This is a key event that will provide legal, health, mental health, and other services for our undocumented students. But more importantly, the event represents a celebration and welcoming of many students who define our community. Additionally, a number of other campus and community resources will be available through the tabling at the event, along with live music, food, and drinks. Information about these events for our undocumented students will be found at our website, laney.edu/UCRC. And remember, join us in the quad from 12 noon to 2 p.m. on Thursday the 20th. Also, wanted to share our work addressing student basic needs. Most recently, through Fall is Free, our Affordability, Food and Housing Access Task Force at Laney College has submitted a proposal and plans to send a team to the statewide Basic Needs Conference in San Bernardino on Friday, December 9th. Also, as student basic needs and free semesters have become a rallying point for Laney, its campus, its employees, and its students, along with the community, President Besikoff joined the statewide Affordability, Food and Housing Access Task Force to provide system-wide recommendations to address housing, food insecurities faced daily by our students. This task force will review and discuss research literature, participate in discussions with leading scholars, and hear from students regarding their challenges with housing and hunger. Most recently, this task force met on October 7th. And finally, basically, Laney is moving forward with Spring is Free. And we want to continue to grow our enrollment, increase our FAFSA completion, which is very important as we want more students involved in higher education. And we want to continue our higher enrollments of Black African-American students, Latinx students, as well as our Asian Pacific Islander students, and also increase our FTEs. But as we continue with these initiatives now and in the future, we need support from all, from the college, our trustees, the district, our foundation, also community, for this initiative to continue. And that's the end of my report. Statewide Affordability, Food and Housing Access Task Force to provide system-wide recommendations to address housing.
Now you're muted.
Dear President Napoleon Bellaris, board members, Chancellor Jackson, students, community members, and colleagues. It was another beautiful fall day at COA today. With the diverse ability events collaborating with the Tested Tuesday to provide a host of activities and events to celebrate diversity and accessibility pride. Ableism is another form of social construct, which limits the potential of so many of our community members. Several activities throughout the day showcase that we are all diverse in the range of our abilities, and providing an inclusive and empowering environment can unleash our full potential for us and for every community member. Special thanks to Jennifer Sano. This is our College to Career Coordinator and Counselor. Professor Drew Burgess was out there providing artwork for students. Rachel Goodwin, Dean Emily, and all students and everyone who worked together to make this an empowering community event at COA. Last month, COA celebrated the first Mesa Connect cohort, which was enabled by the grant provided by the National Science Foundation, designed to increase the representation of Latinx students in the STEM fields. Cohort-based enriched learning by culturally informed course-based undergraduate research experiences in the field of chemistry, biology, computer science, and mathematics are taking place for this new cohort, in addition to learning how to be a college student and other counseling courses. Some of our best professors, like Dr. Khalila Bill, Professor Leslie Raymond, Alice Madonik, and Jesse Norman, have been providing these CURE programs to our students. Mesa Connect is a collaboration between College of Alameda and CSU East Bay to provide the transition and the transfer to four-year colleges. I'm confident that one day we'll see the members of this cohort and the next cohorts to come in the news, conducting research and adding to the applied research in the STEM fields. As educators, we all know that students learn from each other as much as they learn from us. And research validates that peer mentoring is an effective approach for promoting college student success. And to this end, College of Alameda, EOPS, Learning Resource Center, and a SECO program hosted a full-day training for all peer mentors at COA. In addition, last week, an 8-member COA team was among the first ones to hear from Alameda leaders on the economic outlook for the coming year. And these are some challenging times. A discussion of the leading indicators are so essential to our internal and external variables can impact our community. It is very critical for COA to be an active member in the Alameda community. And as such, we made sure that we had a robust team with Trustee Withrow being present, Acting Vice President of Finance, Dr. Jones, Oikoi, AMT faculty, Donna Jones, a classified professional, and several other members of our administration team. COA continues to celebrate the Latinx Month with an educational journey panel. It was really interesting to see that different panelists have different journeys, but the common theme is, despite the challenges, you persevere as a member of Latinx community in the United States. We're going to wrap up the Latinx Month celebration with a virtual event, which will be a presentation from the Campaign for College Opportunity on the state of higher education for Latinx community. This will be taking place October 13, and with a special screening of Oakland's own First Up Productions, Bacoso Afrobeats of Cuba. This last event is initiated by our ethnic study professor, Jody Campbell. In other fronts, we are continuing to work together with the chairs, academic senate, budget committee, and all shared governance committees to design the third draft of the spring 2023 schedule to ensure that we meet our FTS target, because despite significant improvement from fall to fall enrollment, still at 84% of our funded FTS. Only together, we can find a better schedule and better services for students so that they can reach their academic and career dreams. Thank you.
Good evening, President Napoli Bellarice, Chancellor Jackson, trustees, and colleagues and community members. In addition to the written report in your board packet, I'd like to highlight a few items on behalf of President Garcia tonight. First, Berkeley City College received 2 recognitions as champions of higher education for our success in awarding associate degree for transfer to students, and as an equity champion for increase in the number of ADTs awarded to Latinx students. We are proud to be given this distinctive distinction for 4 years and in 2 years respectively. Please join me in congratulating the faculty, classified professionals, and administrators who work diligently to streamline transfer completion at BCC. Please join me in congratulating ESOL faculty member Gabe Weiner for being recognized by the California Acceleration Project for their work and leadership in the successful implementation of AB 705 for English language learners. Professor Weiner is among the team of faculty who have led this work and contributed to BCC's statewide recognition as an early adopter and successful implementer of AB 705, and more importantly, for increasing the completion rates of students who complete college level English and math in their first year. Last Friday, BCC hosted a La Pachanga in Constitution Plaza in downtown Berkeley. From the music provided by DJ Ome to delicious food from Tacos Sinaloa to the resource fair booths, the energy was lively and vibrant with BCC and Berkeley high school students alike, learning about resources and services. This event is part of the Latinx Heritage Month celebration, and over 300 BCC students, Berkeley high school students, and community members participated in this event. Thank you to Trustee Delphin Pork for joining us in this celebration, and to BCC colleagues who planned the event. In closing, I'd like to thank and congratulate classified professionals, faculty, and administrators for the collective work we are doing to advance student engagement and retention. We are committed to supporting increased enrollment, but more importantly, we are committed to student retention, persistence, and completion. This is evident in the way that student ambassadors are ready to support students online or in person at the welcome desk. It is evident in a way that outreach specialists, Gail Pendleton and Christine Trombridge, provide warm hands-off when students need to connect with admissions and records or financial aid. It is also evident when department chairs and instructional deans work so closely together to ensure that an effective and efficient schedule based on pathways is developed for students. And it is evident in a ways in which our colleagues in the custodial and engineering departments take great pride in maintaining excellent, safe, and clean facilities. We want students to know that we are honored that they have chosen BCC for their academic and career goals. This concludes my report tonight. Thank you.
Thank you to all the presidents and the acting presidents that are presenting tonight. We really appreciate it to show how dedicated our presidents are. President Rudy Besikoff just texted me to let me know he is not ill. He is on an accreditation visit, so that's why he wasn't able to make the meeting tonight. One last thing before I turn it back over to President Reese is I wanted to remind everyone that the Cclc Fall Conference is coming up, and that will be November the 16th through the 19th. And Trustee Bill Withrow, myself, Coach and Athletic Director at Laney College, John Beam, and Justin Wilcox, who is the head football coach at Cal, will be holding a session there. It's a facilitated discussion, and it really is looking at coaching, and the title is Coaching, Academic Coaching for Success, a facilitated panel discussion regarding academic counseling and the development of career pipelines for prospective athletes. So if you are attending, please stop by. It'll be Friday at 9:45. And I believe that the schedule at a glance is already out there. And if you haven't made your reservations, for those of you that are in the public, please do so. And for board members, just a reminder, just to coordinate with the board secretary, Sasha and Mary. Thank you, and I'll turn it back over to you.
Great, thank you, Chancellor, and thank you, presidents and acting presidents and vice presidents and everybody that's here. Anyhow, let us move on to the next two items that have been moved forward, and that's 10.4.